Hello everyone, JB back here with Murphy's Law Garage for video number 2. I am down to buy you at the race car shop. Don't mind all the light, please. We're gonna walk on over to the 12 valve as promised. We'd get you a video out here real soon about what the donor looks like. Now the truck was delivered to me pretty late one evening, so I didn't get to look at it very close myself. Didn't pay much money for it, but it's a 12 valve. You know, truck's beat to hell. Interior is all messed up, body's all tore up. But because it's a 12 valve, worth every penny, at least for what I paid for it. So let's get you turned around here and let's take a look at it. All right, here she is. 1994 second gen Cummins. Windows are unfortunately rolled down, so she's been getting moist in here for a long time. But it's a 12 valve. It takes something like 3 wires to run, so no big deal. We don't need to worry about any electronics. Let's come along with me. Let's take a closer look at all of this. Smells like a diesel truck. She's obviously been leaking oil for quite a long time. Nothing too seriously wrong there. Let's take a look at this rear axle. The previous owner wanted the wheels and tires, so currently she's sitting on blocks. That might make it a little difficult for us in the future, but I think all that means is we're going to be getting our rims and tires for this project early. Frame just has some light surface rust. If we use the frame, we'll end up either bringing it to the shipyard, having it sandblasted and painted, or we'll scrape it ourselves and paint it ourselves as a bit more of a DIY type thing, you know. Got a free trailer ball. Looks like it's even set up for a 5th wheel. This side, drum brakes on that axle, unfortunately. I'll have to, if anyone knows, let me know, but I'll have to do some research and see what it would take to put a disc set up off of a newer 2nd gen on the truck. We'll get that figured out. Got some walls waiting for us in here. Nope, we didn't die. All right, let's take a look. She's at 267, looks like. 267,000 miles. Let's pop the hood. Might be popped already. So anyways, I paid $1,500 for this truck. That gets me, what's important about that is that $1,500 for a 12 valve is a great price all by itself, to me anyways. But to have a entire vehicle to play with the parts for the conversion, it's worth every penny, because couldn't need every inch of that frame and all the components that are attached to it for the suspension. Let's take a closer look here. Our factory hull set turbo. Take a peek down here. It all looks all right. This is the first time I've got to look at it this close, so y'all are coming along with me. She's definitely leaked her fair share of oil. Looks like a good bit of it around that oil fill, probably from being spilled. Now this truck was parked because I'm being told the lift pump failed and the truck would no longer stay running. And I can see here clearly that we've got some riggery going on here with a Advanced Auto Parts special fuel pump and a plastic super low flow fuel filter here. That's just not appropriate for this. It's like we got some riggery having going on around that fuel filter up there. But there she is, the Grail P-pump. P-pump on that 12 valve. That's what makes it all worth it for me. She's rough. She's rough, but when we built David's 7.3 Bronco, that truck wasn't quite this rough, but pretty damn near close to it, and we got a lot done with that. A little bit concerning that we've got a missing air filter and the air box is open. Looks like they got some rat turds in there. Wonder if a rat's gonna come pay me a visit. Hand's too big to fit down in there. But tell you what, let me go grab a screwdriver. We're gonna pop that breather off, and let's take a look at the turbo and see how healthy it is. Nope. 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 Oh, here we go. Here we go. I like it. All right, so sight unseen purchase. Do we all want to take our bets on whether or not the 12 valve is going to be completely wrecked, or is good old JB here going to be able to get this damn thing running? That's not happening today, mind you, but we can poke at it and see if we can find something obviously wrong. Let's get you set up so you can watch. All right, let's get this breather off. Oh, nasty. Well, that's not good. Let's bring you around here so you can check that out with me. We've got some mouse remnants here. This still has the anti-whistle ring in. Helps reduce the turbo spool noise. That's got to go. Thankfully, she still spins. We've got 200,000 miles worth of wear on this turbo. She's got a little bit of up and down, and then decent amount of in and out. It's not unusual for a journal shaft bearing turbo like this, but it's certainly not perfectly healthy. It's not the best situation. That truck will fire up and run. We'll just have to blow all that crap out the turbo. Let's check the engine oil. See if we got some in there. Hopefully they got at least a little. Hey, we've got engine oil. And there does not appear to be any water in it. Let's see. Tastes like engine oil. Stick that back in there. That looks good. Good enough. How about some coolant here? What we've got for coolant? How the hell do you work this contraption? All right. There is no coolant. Well, I could go one of two ways, eh? We've got some nasty inside of there. That doesn't look pretty. That could just be from abuse, but she could have a head gasket issue. So frankly, I'm not that worried about. If we go to start the truck and we've got compression, blow-by issues, so on and so forth, we're gonna tear this motor down and rebuild it. Oh, well, hopefully we didn't need an oil cap, eh? Give it a little sniff test. Don't immediately smell any coolant though. The truck's been sitting for so long. Let's try that again. Let's set you up where you can watch. All right, there y'all go. So the truck's been sitting for so long, would be difficult to smell coolant. But I do get a slight hint of it. So I'd say there's probably a good chance that we've got a head gasket issue, possibly a cooler issue that introduced some coolant into the oil. I don't see any signs of coolant foaming on the underneath the oil cap though, so that's a good sign. I mean, these are things that we're going to have to go looking for. We probably the very first thing we're going to do is pull the apron off of the truck just to give us more access around the motor. And then I'm going to put a jerry can on the fuel system and try to start it. If the mechanical lift pump on the block is bad, we'll just go ahead and get another one and then try again. What we want to do is get this sucker bled and get it to fire and just see how the truck acts. You know, we need to know whether or not the motor is healthy. And if she's, like I said, if she's got a bunch of blow-by, if there's coolant getting in where it shouldn't be getting in, we're going to tear her down. We're going to pull this motor out. We're going to tear her down. If the rings are okay, we might just pull the head, have the head machined, and then put a new head gasket on it, or we might go all the way and bring her all the way down to the bottom end because they're pretty easy to rebuild, these motors. But you'll be there for the whole process for that with me. So probably my favorite thing is that, I mean, just look at it. How many wires do you see? Of course, the alternator, we've got wiring, and we need this for charging. And we're going to have a couple of temperature sensors on the top of the motor. We've got the heater grid wiring right here. We live in South Louisiana. We don't need that. It's going to get bypassed. And that's it. And basically that's it. Fairly certain we might have a water sensor on that fuel filter right there. Maybe not, I'm not sure. But that's it. There's no reason for any of the electronics inside of this truck to come with this motor. So whenever we pull it out, I could sit it on an engine stand, on blocks, whatever I want to. We're going to hook some diesel to it, hook a battery to the starter, turn her over, and she should kick off and fire for us. So something else we need to do is we need to measure the wheelbase of the truck. I really, really want to put the Ramcharger body on this frame. But the other donor I had previously, which was a club cab long bed 24 valve, a 2001 truck, it was so long I would have had to have cut the frame in 2 places to try to get it short enough for the Ramcharger body to fit on that. And while it's completely doable, it would have been very difficult just from the way everything was arranged under the truck, having to scoot the fuel tank backwards so it wouldn't hit the transmission, so on and so forth. So what I want you to do is come along with me. We're going to take some measurements here, and in the next video I'm going to show you a paper, maybe in this video, we'll find out. I'll show you a paper that I drew previously for the 24 valve truck, showing measurements between the two and just how much needed to be cut out of the 24 valve, and we'll see what it looks like with this one and how much room we have on the frame to deal with it. This isn't going to be easy. One of y'all want to come help? No? Okay. Don't judge me. Oh. I've got this. Wait. Huh? Huh? We'll call that 135 inches. One of you remember that for me? Thanks. 135 inches. I'll tell you what, we're going to need to do a lot of degreasing if we use this frame. The oil pan's definitely going to need to be replaced. Well, tell you what, why don't you come with me? It's a little hard to get this angle down here, but we're going to try. You can see that the oil pan is pretty well dented in here. You can see a lot of evidence of oil leaking. Who's surprised an old diesel truck like this with this many miles? Surprising it held any oil anymore at all. The brakes, other than being rusty, are in decent condition, though I'm certain we're going to end up replacing all of that. Hard to tell without a wheel on it. There isn't a lot of movement in the ball joints. Then again, heavy truck, heavy ball joints, it ain't gonna move easy to begin with. Throw this wood back here. Well, no better time to introduce my son Evander. Yeah? He likes that diesel-powered Kubota. There's my wife, Sarah. Hey son, you gonna figure out how to get that started for me? Yeah, you got it? Let's see if we can do this, guy. I don't think the horn's gonna do it though. Scoot over, bub. All right. Neutral, key, nothing. Not quite neutral, maybe? Nothing. Well, it's called Murphy's Law Garage, right? This backed out like 15 minutes ago, and now it doesn't want to start. Let's fix it. You see this? The boy touched it and it started. Hear all that diesel power? You want to go fast, Bubba? Ready? Woo! Oh. I couldn't bring y'all all the way down the bayou to the race car shop to see a 12 valve and not at least have some down the bayou views. I mean, just look at it. I don't know, so what do y'all think? Did I buy an old rusty hunk of crap, or is it worth the cost of the 12 valve? Said I'm not too enthused by all of that corrosion inside that turbo, but I think we can save it. Worst case scenario is I know somebody with an HX40, hint dad, chilling inside the shop that we could stuff on here and turn the pump up a little bit and most certainly destroy the transmission or any hope of this 280,000 mile motor having good compression. But we can try. I mean, Murphy's Law Garage, right? If it can break, it will break, but we're gonna fix it. All right, guys, y'all stick around for more videos to come. Please hit the subscribe button, like, hit the bell icon so you can get notification. Thank you for coming along with me. Y'all have a great day. Peace. Done, didn't you? What do you think? Better? Worse? I mean, I don't think we have any rats to come crawl up in there now. But what you gonna do to stop me? Huh? 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 You want some of that? Grade A corrosion right there. Like it? Like it? Lick it? Lick it? Lick it? Yum. Huh? 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 Maybe this time? Oh! There it is. Almost had it.